Off the rip, let me say this is not turned into a tarot channel. Okay? OC the Wizard is not getting ready to start running goddamn tarot cards. But I will say I am a wizard. You niggas have got to know that. I am very much so with the mystical, magical shit. I'm very much so with it. You know what I'm saying? Very interested in it. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And there's good juju out here, man. Like shit, I want to show you my stones, the rose quartz over here. You know what I mean? We got some. Oh man, I used to see it. It's milk chocolate. If I should dip it in water and show it to you. Really, that's where you get to see all the good color and all of that kind of comes out of it. And then this celestite. Oh man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look, I almost reached for it. It's beautiful. But anyways, pulled a couple cards as you can see from the Cirque de Tarot. Just to kind of get us started, and then I'm gonna go ahead and twist the camera around. We gonna sit down, go face to face. You know what I'm saying? Have a good ass video. It's instant action. It's non-stop action out here in the world. You got to know that. So I pulled some cards. I thought it was kind of dope. If you watched my last video, we ended up pulling the tower card out of that bitch, and I went, I think, through a couple decks showing you what the tower looked like in a couple decks. Other decks. So I'm not sure, but I know we didn't pull it out of this deck. So now here's a tower in this deck, the Cirque de Tarot. But I went with the Cirque de Tarot because, you know, whether we like it or not, we all playing roles in life. That's why I also said, and look how dope it is. I don't know if you could tell, but this nigga's got a mustache on him. Get as close as I can. He got a stash on him, and it's one of them junks that curl up. You feel me? We go turn around, you go so bad. So yeah, the mustache hit hard to me, nigga. I should be in the mustache club. Just playing around and joking and shit. But anyways, look, man, we got the tower again, the sun, and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Now, again, I like this because, you know, it doesn't do much. In some of the other decks, the kings are actually doing shit. Like I said, in this Necronomicon deck over here, the King of Swords, he's an assassin type figure. Real stealthy and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it shows you an assassin type figure. Not just a guy holding up a pentacle. You know what I mean? And the king. The King of Pentacles here, King of Cups or whatever. It's going to be another guy holding up a cup. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's really kind of basic, but it does kind of get to the point. The King of Pentacles. So if you look at the movie, right? Again, I like to watch movies. We could get into it. Like I said, I do have, obviously, I got the guidebooks, and it tells you exactly what each card means according to that deck. But if you just kind of look at the movie, because we just going to be, you know, again, I like to be real about it, intuitive about it. You seen this we let our intuition flow. You know what I'm saying? But you can see the movie like as it plays out. You know what I mean? And like I said, we all kind of have roles, but you take it for what it means to you. I could go off into a whole lot of interpretations about what it means to me, right? And maybe I will, but that kind of wasn't the purpose of the video. But I did want to, you know, I pull a card. So anybody's interested in that and whatnot, again, man, I like to think a nigga is evolving, yo. You know what I'm saying? I am a wizard. I think about these videos, this, that, and the third, man. I've been through a lot over the last few months, man. It has been quite a trial. You know what I mean? 2025 was a beast. And we learned a lot of lessons, and we've been through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And even again, as you can see, again, like I said, just the evolution of OZ. We're going to get to these books and whatnot. We're going to get to all of that. We still talking about this pimping. For sure, which is, again, why we go to the cards, man. I didn't have any questions. I didn't ask anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what a lot of people think about, like, the tarot cards and all this and whatever else. And, again, you see, I'm a dude. There's not a lot of guys that I be seeing or whatever pulling cards and shit. Of course, I don't go looking for them, so to speak. But a lot of times when shit, you know, you're deaf scrolling and whatever else, I see a lot of the women that do it. And that's what's up and shit. But like I said, man, as men, you dig, just as a man too, you feel me? This is some really cool shit. And again, as some mystical, magical, it's easy to get into. It's easy to put your energy and your whatever, like, into these cards. Like, again, I got blood on one of my decks. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I was trying to, let me do some blood magic. I ain't cut myself, I ain't whatever else. But you know what I'm saying? Through some random whatever, I ended up having a scar. Whatever nigga was picking this scar, I started bleeding again. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me use that. You know what I'm saying? Because blood is hella magic. But let me use that. You know what I'm saying? Look, my bad. They want some attention. They want some attention. Plus, I got this long ass spine on me. But you feel me? You see, you like the spine? Hey, this shit is hard. But I was in a random shop and I seen that motherfucker and I was like, oh, hell yeah, nigga. Let me get the spine. That shit is ignorant. Of course, you know I got my guy over here. That's why he over there cooling it. He go by Jin for short. Like I said, I ain't gonna tell you his whole name, but he go by Jin, Jyn, Jin for short. You know what I mean? We big J's. But he go by Jin. But Jin, he over there cooling it with my Versace's on. And so I'm gonna take them back here in a second when we turn around and talk. But anyways, yeah, man. It's just something that, you know what I mean, I do suggest people get into for real, for real. These tarot cards can tell you a whole lot of things, show you a whole lot of things. And it's real simple, you know what I mean? And again, you can just pull the cards and do what you do. There's usually 72 cards in each deck, 22 trumps, so it will take a while if you was to actually try to get into it and study each individual card. So that's why, again, I'm big on suggesting movies. But even kind of as you see it, I do still see it like a lot of fire. There's fire down here, there's fire over there, but it's action. You know what I'm saying? In the King of Pentacles, you got something there. Pentacles is like earth signs, you know what I'm saying? But Pentacles, as you can clearly see, this nigga's hold, it's like money, just to the third and whatever else. So you working with something, you know what I mean? Again, it could be me, my viewers, my watchers. It ain't a whole lot of us, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, right? You know, so again, I just wanted to share that with you. You know what I'm saying? Again, the Tower card, 2025 might have been like that for some people. It was definitely like that for me. Either you built something or you tried to build something and you could either jump away from whatever. Some people are still in there waiting to get saved. They ain't bold enough to jump. There's a nigga in there still in the window, ain't jumped. All this is on fire, this and third and whatever else. Nigga ain't jumped. Now, again, he might have been telling them don't jump. We can handle it, this, that, and third, whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Because shit is on fire down there. But who knows? The structure may be sound. You never know. Like I said, I ain't going to get into it. It's all about how you see the movie playing out. But it could be some type of Victoria ship. You see him jumping out. You know what I'm saying? Now, this could be the big boss. This could be you, the King of Pentacles. You might have to go on a mission and tear some shit up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You could be the one that caused this. You don't have to be the one that's going through this. You see what I'm saying? You could be causing this. So this might be the path that nigga need to take. There's all kind of ways to view this. This is why I even, again, Oz, the editor. You got to be the editor of this movie. How do you see this really playing out? It could be like this. It could be something victorious for you. You could be the king and do this and whatever else. This could be you, though, and you thought your shit was sound, this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This also could be some shit because, again, this is behind him. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking this way. He's looking this way. So he could be thinking about how all of this shit just went down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we see it this way. You could also see it this way, too. It went in. This nigga, you pissed the big nigga off or whatever. This is the sun. Got real hot. And fuckers exploding and shit. Or whatever. But somebody got far hot, this and third, whatever else. Start burning shit up, major, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to come see this nigga. It could play out from this way to this way or that way to that way. But like I said, man, I had to share that with y'all. For me, it was hard. You know what I'm saying? I was going to come and do a video anyway. But since it was like that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it from that Blumkind deck since we talked about it. But, you know what I mean? Since it was like that and I was really, you know what I'm saying? You see how my setup is, bruh. Well, since it was like that, man, I just wanted to go ahead and share with you. And then, like I said, I'm actually going to try to see if I can find these. If you don't, y'all going to have to bear with me. But I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards real quick and see what it looks like in the Necronomicon deck. The Sun, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Bear with me for a second. Here's the Sun. I'll bring them up close so we can see what it looked like. The Sun. Now we need the Tower and the King of Pentacles. Give me a second. The King of Pentacles. Here's the King of Discs. King of Discs. Like I said, in the Necronomicon deck, these niggas is doing something. It's a little different. It's a lot different. There's the King of Discs. Here's the Sun. See what it says up top? The empty space. But this is the Sun card. It's doing something different. But it's even kind of, as I said before, about maybe pissing a nigga off, or maybe getting close. You know, those who fly too close to the sun. This and third, whatever else. It could also be, you know what I'm saying, this nigga's getting ready to send his minions out. Type shit. That's why I say it's some people out of something that happened or whatever else that came through and burned all kind of shit down. Now what you gonna do? You want some king shit or queen shit, but you know what I'm saying, it's a vibe. So even though you may be a female, that King of Pentacles shit, you know what I'm saying, HBIC, head bitch in charge. But you could really, you know what I'm saying, it's like that. But what you gonna do about this shit? Alright, we need the tower out of here. Show you what the tower looks like. We got the king and the sun. We just need to find the tower card and be done with it. And like I said, shit, we'll turn around and have a nice little conversation about all this shit, the purpose of this shit, why niggas doing this shit, where a nigga been at. Hey, yo, I told y'all about the King of Swords. Told you this nigga's an assassin, right? I told you about the King of Swords. I ain't lying. I do play with these decks, bro. I be in it. I've been in it. Look, here's the King of Wands. We had that nigga before. Well, I had it in a different deck, but then we pulled him out of here. Sometimes that King of Wands is doing this shit versus the King of Discs is doing that shit. It's different. Damn, Brody. Wow. Very, very last card. We just went through the whole damn deck just to get to the very last card. This is the damn tower. See what I'm saying? These boys be playing with you, but it's all energy. Like, why they got to do all of that? But it's all energy. And like I said, hey, sorry for the ones who think I might be killing you out. You know what I mean? So, again, we get an entirely different movie. When we pull them same cards out, we get an entirely different movie. You know what I mean? Again, and in this movie, it looks more like this dude starts commanding shit to go out here, start wrecking shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to chase away your energy, your enemies, or you got to send third or whatever, however. But you see how this plays out. It's an entirely different movie. You know what I mean? And again, on some creative shit, to all my creatives out there, I would like to see, I'd love to know what you think, how you see this shit playing out. Because again, we can go to the actual deck and pull out the, you know, the meaning of the shit if we wanted to. Necronomicon, Donald Tyson, Secrets of the Necronomicon, but you know, Necronomicon Tarot, Donald Tyson, boom, King of Discs. We end up coming straight to that. King of Discs, Necromancer, upright, determined, and patient disposition, capable of a great physical industry. Most of your attention and energy is devoted to material matters of a practical nature, reliable and skillful, usually serious and seldom. See what I mean? It's a vibe there. Usually serious and seldom. You gotta take shit seriously, bro. Usually serious and seldom given to spontaneous, frivolous outbursts. You can be in control of your shit. You gotta be hard body. You know what I'm saying? It hard body. Can't play. There's real shit going on. It's the tower. Shit is coming down. The motherfuckers are really attacking you, or it's really like that. You really in a fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's boss level. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's not a little nigga. Like I said, these are trump cards. The sun is a trump card. It's not a little nigga at all. The sun is very powerful. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not, I'm not trying to give you a tarot lesson or whatever, but I'm just saying, you feel me? You can come to the book and that could help you get on or however, but the more you get with these decks and whatever, and you know what I mean? Again, even play around with different ones. Use them how you need to use them, but I'm just kind of sharing you my shit. OzzDuhWizz, like, share, subscribe, but don't do none of that shit. Keep running and hiding from your boy. Or here, let me see if I can overlay these motherfuckers. Boom. And I'll bring them up close for you. You can screenshot that, pause that, whatever, get your own type of, you know what I'm saying? And then out of the Cirque du Tarot, it looked like this. So, man, thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for rocking with me this long. And let's turn around and have a conversation. Let's talk now. You know what I'm saying? Face to face. Let's have that conversation. But even before I do, Alex, I talked about my stones. Let me show you, my guys. We got good energy back here. Good juju. Good juju. I had to show you my stones. These bitches is beautiful, man. And I don't know if the light does it justice, but there's like creamy, and then it's really lavender in here and whatnot. Man, beautiful stones. You see what I'm saying? Big lavender. This is really, like I said, a purpley kind of, and then it's cream coming through there, how it mixes in. Beautiful stone. Beautiful, man. I love seeing them. They're just so hard and look like, I feel like scars across the forehead. You know what I mean? Look at how the stitching just had a, man, it's so dope. It's so dope, so dope, so dope. Show you my guy. Oh, man. Or however you choose to look at it. You know, the spirits coming their own ways. Look at that. You feel me? Like the Mike Tyson shit. They get tattooed on the face or whatever. But look at that. And this is Septarian. Yeah, that was Ocean Jasper, by the way. This is Septarian. Look how the pattern streaks back there. Oh, let me show you some shit. So check this out. Septarian, you see this streak through here? It's a big river, right? Peep how it streaks all the way around. It jags through here. You see it, right? You see it, but it still comes up through here. It gets very thin. Right in this little crevice here, gets thin, but it still comes around. Right through there. See how it's kind of, you can see the difference. There's still this little strip here. That's still him. That's still him. Then it breaks open, and you see the gold start coming back out. Breaks open, jags this way. Boom! Now there's this big river all over again. Cutting through there. Man, that's it's ignorant. This guy here is dope. Found this up in northern Kentucky at a gym spot. Had to have it. Hardcore. So, you know, just, yeah, man. That's all. Just had to share my little energy with y'all. And again, thanks for rocking with me this goddamn long. Let's talk about some of these books. Let's see how we get this position. Reposition this camera, like I said, for the cause. Let's see how we do. Alright, yeah. What's really good? Give me my lokes, nigga. I said I give my shades back, right? So you wouldn't have them for long. But yeah, man, what's happening? What's good? It's good to see you. How you been? I'm excited. I am excited. You know. Hopefully you about to see a lot more of OZ, man. We've been through some things, man. Let's talk about it. It's a hell of a. Let me see if I can. There we go. Feel a little better about that, man. It's been a hell of a year. As I said, man, how was your 2025? Did you like that shit? For me, it was a beast. Like I said, I learned a lot, been through a lot. I'm still doing a lot right now. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, hey, like, share, subscribe, but don't do none of that shit. Keep running, hiding from your boy. But we in here, man, and I'm so excited. So let's do it. The first thing I got to do is what I was talking about before. It's been a long time, several months in between my videos, several months. Because, bruh, I'm telling you, like I said, I've been under the cocoon. It's like being put in the cocoon. But when you start going through the trials and tribulations, you don't get to stop. There is no pause. You know what I'm saying? There are no breaks in life. You feel me? I worked third shift for quite a long time, for about 10 years. You know what I mean? Third shift. Different jobs, but still third shift, right? And so for any nigga that's been on that shift, even lightweight second for depending on how it's set up, the second and third shift, hey man, when you get off work and whatever else, it's already the next day. It's already the next day. And like for me, third shift, I would get off at 6 a.m. So for me, yesterday it was still like what's today, Friday, nigga. It would still be Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's still Thursday in my mind. I just got off work, but I went in Thursday night. You see what I mean? So basically, by the time I get off work, everybody's already jump started and into their next day. And even say you go home and go straight to sleep on the third shift shit. So you get, you know what I mean? Like, so you get off 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Go to sleep, get up 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon. Again, but when you're waking up, everybody else's whole day is already in motion. It's done already started and all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So basically, it's like what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to set the tone to where you can see how, for me and for a lot of third shifters, it may seem like one never-ending day. At least that's how I got to it. It was like one never-ending. It just kept going. You see what I'm saying? It was like I'm the only nigga that took a pause. Shit stopped for everybody else, but every day, every night just blended into the next one. So it was a never ending. All I did whenever I went to sleep was just take a pause, get up and get right back in it. You see what I'm saying? It's nonstop action. It's just right back in it. When I get up, oh, well, the guy picked the kids up from school and they're already this, and oh, it's time to do that, and oh, it's that and the third. You see what I mean? And then I got to go to work, so everybody else is winding down and whatever. It's still action for me. Then I go to work and I'm in it, and you know, we're active and we're moving and we groove, we do shit. It's work. You do whatever you do, right? And then when you get off work, everybody else is into some other shit. You're trying to wind down, close out the day, but no. You can't close out that day. It's already another day. You see what I'm saying? You're already into the next day, trying to close out your previous day, but everybody else is rolling and moving and grooving. So it ends up being a whole nother vibe. So anyways, I'm just saying, man, it's been nonstop action, and it's like that as well on this spiritual shit. I talk a lot of shit about, you know, advanced classes and whatever else, and I still think highly of myself and like to think that's exactly what this is. Again, even taking like I said, I'm a man and I do these tarot cards and whatever else, you know what I mean? And I do know a lot of niggas, you know what I mean? My partners, cousins and shit, they come at me about some of these cards and whatever else. And like I said, that said too, you know what I mean? When you get on this path, or when you be the one, that's when people are, they're going to come like looking at you, you know? Real shit. Like the bodybuilders, man, you know what I'm saying? I know some bodybuilding shit, but real talk, once you crack the elite top 10, this and whatever else, man, once you proving yourself as one of them ones, niggas are going to ask you, what was your routine? What was you doing? Who did you idolize? What did you look at? How did you get like that? They're going to want to know your shit. You see what I mean? Just like the grimoires or whatever else, I'm a full-blown wizard. But if I was to write a spell book, whatever, these are the spells and the shit that work for me. Like I was saying about my cards, you know, I've done blood magic, but not in the sense of that. Have I used my scabs, my skull? You know what I'm saying? I done tripped and fell. I done dropped shit. You know what I'm saying? I worked in the factory. I slipped. Well, I ain't working there now, so it is what it is. And I ain't slipped, but man, I slipped down the fucking line and scarred the shit out of my leg, bro. I had to run and grab just a bunch of. I think I accidentally muted my shit. Touch shit, right? But I had to run and go get some paper towels and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like cover my shit up so I wasn't bleeding everywhere, whatever. Make it through the rest of the little hour. Then went on break. Then went and patched all my shit up, this, that, and the third and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You did. I ain't trying to expose my shit like that, but I did not, you know what I'm saying, need anybody really poking into that, nor was I planning on taking a piss test for anything. You feel me? But so I'm just saying, my point is, shit, I was bleeding like a motherfucker. Did I use that shit later on for some mystical, magical shit? Yes. Hell yeah. You know, now there are some people who do that other shit, but anyways, I'm just saying, man, you know, we do what we do, but when you're the one, that's the point, just trying to drive it home a little bit, but when you're the one who's creating and doing the shit and whatever else. Niggas don't want to know what you own. You see what I'm saying? I like to think of me, I like to create all-stars, superstars. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of coach I am. You know what I mean? Or that's the, you know, do you want to be a high school teacher, middle school teacher? Either way, you know what I'm saying? Are you trying to set people up for the best success as possible? You feel me? I want to create superstars. I want to create, you know what I mean? Like I said, all-stars. High level, you know what I mean? So that's where it is, you know. Like I said, I play with dragons and it's not a game. So that's why I keep swords and whatever else, bro. I got a tattoo on my leg of a knife. On my ankle of a knife. You'll never catch me lacking as far as, again, it's this spiritual shit. Because tattoos is also spiritual shit too, which I kind of didn't know, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, again, you know, it's a lot of levels that we've been on. And yo, meeting the shadow, this is why it's worth it. It's why it's worth it. It's why it's worth it. We're going to have a lot of conversations. I've been through a lot of shit. So we're getting ready to definitely have some conversations. And again, to tie it all back in, it's all I can say, man, you know, when you get to fucking around with this shit, like on The Sixth Sense, when the motherfucker was like, hey, man, they can see me. You know what I mean? When you can see them, if you can see them, they can start seeing you. I've said that shit before too, man. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Oh, see, I'm over here playing with shit. But that's serious business. You know what I mean? When you get to doing shit, you identify yourself as one of them ones, well, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you a superstar and whatever else, then guess what? We getting ready to, as a coach, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to start running plays for you to go score. You need to go do that. Or you need to go play your defense. You need to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So it goes a whole lot of ways. But again, meeting the shadow, bro, this is all over the place. This is all over the place. There's so many different chapters. I'm going to come from this book as much as I can, show you guys a lot of this shit as much as I can. It's different authors. That's what I love about this book. All on the front of the book, it shows you a bunch of different authors. We talked about it before, but it's been so long. I'm just going to go over it again. But you see all them authors and shit. So you could really find any one of them authors, whatever. But this book is composed of excerpts, chapters, and shit from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I say, it comes from a lot of different ways. So I'm gonna read for you a couple of them, and this is why, like I said, it'll get you in it. Check me out. James Hillman, right? The Dream and the Underworld. James Hillman. I just flipped open this one, but shadow work, bringing light to the darkness through therapy, storm, and dreams. Introduction, but one of these joints. James Hillman. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. I don't care, but just so you ain't lying to you. James Hillman is right at the top. So just showing you as well. This is something that I have done. We not got a couple of these authors, got some books as well from them, and read that shit, went a little deeper into it. But some of the ones I wanted to highlight. It was James Hillman, The Cure of the Shadow. That's one chapter. But Shadows, the dance of envy, anger, and deceit, right? Shadow boxing. But sisters and brothers casting shadows. My brother, myself. You know what I'm saying? The shadow being, you know what I mean, your brother or your sister. You feel me? Being another shadow aspect of you. Shadow dancing in the marriage zone. Meeting our opposites or shadows and husbands and wives. See, with that being said, you know, a lot of the relationships and whatnot, again, what's in the light, yeah? And as I say, like about your sun sign, oh, I was born in April, so I'm a Taurus. Sure, that's the way I act. Or shit's going to play out in a Taurus way, regardless. The sun is always shining when it's up. It's sure, okay. But the moon was doing things, Mercury was doing things, Venus was doing things. If you're going to agree that the sun had an effect on you by making you a Taurus or all of that shit, then you have to agree that, you know, or you don't have to, you're indirectly, inadvertently, I can't think of the best word to use here at the moment, but you are therefore agreeing. If you agree that the sun has had that effect on you, I'm a Taurus, I this, that, whatever, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Leo, I'm a Scorpio, whatever the fuck, then you are by therefore agreeing that the moon also did something to you, and so did Mercury and everything else, right? But I have books, again, why astrology works, the metaphysics of astrology, how this shit even, you know, again, ripples of time and pressure and this or that and whatever else, man. It's all a thing, but how it actually plays out for the scientific niggas, I got that. And we talked about that. It's in the book a while back, but we getting ready to get on that all over again if that's what it takes. But we can really get deeper into shit and whatever, because like I said, we doing it. We here now, baby. We here now. And I'm happy to do it, man. It feels so good to be back in this zone and in this mode again, man. Fucking love y'all. Fucking love doing this. And like I said, had to go through some things and live through some things and do some things, bro. I got a cousin. He came at me some type of way and whatnot. And that's the thing again, even coming out from under my cocoon, like I told you in one of my older videos, bro. But like I got my own family, my own little circle, my own, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, of course you want to be able to help the people that you fuck with the most. You want to be able to help those closer to you in your circle and whatever else. You want to be able to do that, right? If anything, we want to be able to do it like for our people. You know what I'm saying? Like even about the tarot cards, man. That's why it was so dope to me. I've put this in front of many people. I've done this for several of my own friends and family, this and whatever else, bro. And I don't make no whatever about it. Again, as you see me, just like how I just pulled the cards. And bro, I was like, well, you didn't really get to see me pull the cards this time. But I don't ask no rhyme or no reason or none of that shit. I just pull cards and we just go. You know what I'm saying? Just on some wild shit. Oh, no, this was the shit from yesterday, if I believe. Yeah, that's the shit from yesterday. So, no, I ain't going to do that. But let's pull a couple. This is just the... what's it called? I'm just going to pull one. Just because the spirit is on that. We're just going to pull one. Boom. What we got there? Will it focus for us so we can see it? What the fuck we got here? It's the Two of Needles. The Two of Needles. Looks like she's working or something, doing something. But it's the Two of Needles. The Two of Needles. Look, putting in work. Somebody putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Crafting something. Creating something. And it ain't no little shit. That's Santa Claus cloak. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be able to play the part. We got our roles. This, that, and third, and whatever. Even symbology, nigga. It could just be the needles. Even that number two. I can tell you again, I got this book right here, the Tarot and the Astrology. But the 2, 3, and 4 represent the cardinal signs. They get shit started. 2, 3, and 4 is cardinal. 5, 6, and 7, the ones right there in the middle are solid. And then 8, 9, and 10, when you pull these tarot cards, 8, 9, and 10 are the mutable signs. So this is 2 of needles. Needles in most decks represents air. So the 2 of air, cardinal air. This is the big Libra energy. Cardinal air, I believe, is Libra. Yeah. Big Libra energy. Which is air. And again, whichever you know about Libras be trying to balance shit. They always try to find the balance between shit. Whether it's right or wrong, whether it's fair or whatever else, she's helping a nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Libras always try to, I guess, balance shit out. But she's steady at work. Most air cards kind of give you something else, but she's steady at work. And I could pull the 2 needles from something else. But you know what I mean? Again, and I don't know if it helps you or not. I hope it do. But how it plays out with the rest of this shit, well, I ain't gonna pull them shits back out. We already turned around. But you see me? If you can kind of apply that, I'm looking at them. You might have to go back and see. It was the King of this, the Tower, and the Sun. But you see what I'm saying? There's somebody in there again steady working. As I said, the King of this, you might have to put niggas to work. You really got to build something. Or you got to, you know what I'm saying, fortify some shit. You got to play your role. You got to step into that. And you got people that's out there doing it for you. Or you need to find that nigga, like the 2 of needles. You got to find that person or whatever. Again, it's all about how the movie plays out. But, you know, like I said, meeting the shadow. I'm not pulling no cards, this, whatever. It's all coming from the shadow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you noticed over there, I had Gengar when you know, the deck was out, whatever. Again, shadow Pokemon. Big energy, man. Big energy, but the shadow, dude. And I'm deep with this shit. I really am. I'm super fucking deep with this shit. Meeting the shadow. I found this on, look, edited by. I found this on Amazon. Get this shit off Amazon. But like I said, I'm deep with this shit, dude. I really am. But I look at that shit like, look, the brain. A lot of these smart ass niggas, these niggas super smart shit and whatever else, but the brain, is it not in the shadow? This nigga is in the dark. So there you go. Shadow work is lightweight brain work. Of course, soul work. You know what I'm saying? Soul work. whatever you want to call it. Niggas need to start doing light work. Fuck shadow work. We need to start doing light work. Because from what I see, the shadow has a body, has a shape, has a fucking name. Eric Fromm, The Art of Being, to have or to be, or whatever. Eric Fromm, find that motherfucker on Audible. I don't have the actual book, but I have it on Audible. I'm telling you, some shit will change your life. The Art of Being. Most people want to live an effortless life. That's why you want a happy new year. This like it's gonna be a great. No. Stop all of that. It's gonna be a grinding year. Last year was a beast. Had a lot of time and money, more problems. But last year was a beast. I'm here for it. Were you a champion? Were you whatever else? Nah, you here for the work. But yeah, man, the effortless life. That's why again, most people think about it like this too. You want to get paid the most to do the least. You want more money on your paycheck to go in there and do what? You know, motherfuckers want to come to work and they only want to do the bare minimum. What are the job requirements? That's all I'm gonna do. That's it. I'm not going above and beyond. I'm not showing my prowess. I'm not none of that shit. Not just because I can. Not just because it's that easy for me. Or it's, you know what I'm saying? Or again, it made the right thing to do. Back to that Libra shit. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Be able to balance the scales. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's an actual skill. Sewing the shit, 2 needles, that's a skill. Skills. So, you know what I'm saying? It kind of does play into, again, the King of Pentacles. That's actual practical shit. Steady, solid, like I said. You got to be practical. You got to be solid. You got to be determined. Focus. You got to be focused this year. We all got to be. You know what I'm saying? But that is what's coming anyway. You know, again, when you think of the age of Aquarius, as I said before, Aquarius is solid air. So back to why we pull another air card, the 2 of needles. But this is air. You know what I mean? And again, so what's back there in the shadow and shit? Nigga, the shadow has eyes. The shadow can smell. It can talk and all of that shit too. Like I said, the shadow got a name. It's OZ, nigga. But it's light work. When you start to get your ego and controls and whatever else, see, the unconscious is exactly that. It is unconscious. You cannot be conscious of the unconscious. There's no way you can bring it to light. It is back there, but you have to be aware of what's back there. You know, you can keep it at bay, you can just say whatever else, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, again, the cure of the shadow, it's like the very thing that's fucking you up is the very thing that's going to save you. That's why it's like so hard to actually do the work. You see what I mean? You like I said, this is why I talk to a lot of younger cats. Well, it's a mixed crowd, but you know what I'm saying? It hits. But that's the point of going to college straight out of high school. Instead of like getting a job and going straight into the workforce or having a kid and becoming a parent, but that's going to college straight out of high school before you really get into all of that. You know, again, a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman, they tell you grown at 18. Other states it's different, but at 18 you grown, man. And that's right around the time you graduate high school, so you can either, you know, go to college. And what I'm trying to say is before you really get locked into doing other things, you know what I'm saying? Before it really turns into oh hey, you know what I'm saying? You got this and that going on. Well, anyways, just I'm trying to find a good narrative, a good way to, you know what I'm saying, a good example or whatever else. But fuck it, you get the point, right? At the end of the day, that's all it is to it, man. Before it gets way harder later on in life to pull yourself away from everything else you got going on, the job, the bills, this, that. Again, Eric Fromm, The Art of Being, what you have. You have this, you have that, so you can't just stop and do this or that. Like I said, the kids, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to find a good way in my head to put it, right? But I've already said it before, but like the Matrix, man, I really do feel like even having kids is part of the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? And it is an eye-opener when it comes to love and shit, right? Because at this point, when you have kids, so many people, like I said, this grown-ass man, this and whatever else, I've come to realize it is what happens to most people as kids. It truly does affect them, and they run with this shit for the rest of their life until the point where they become 40, 50, 60-year-old kids, or they're still trying to work out trauma from shit that happened when they were a kid. Like, at no point have you came across something that's like, you know what? Fuck what you went through as a kid. What you gotta do going forward That's why I say no. This should be a heavy year, a hefty year. It should be a non-stop action year. You know what I'm saying? You should want it that bad. I did a video again a long time ago, and I wasn't aware of shit like that. You can't say that type of shit. You have to say unalive and all of that and whatever. But the point is, when it came to reinventing yourself, how about that? You should be willing and down to do that at all times. Like I said, man, I kind of had to come out of a cocoon, bro. I'm a little salty. Y'all might not can tell, but it was like, man, I'm down like 15 pounds, right? Which it pays to still stay in shape, but bruh, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was chasing Mr. Olympia. And then I had to stop and do some real shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very glad that I did. Absolutely very, very glad that I did. Like I said, when it came down to my actual family members, my blood relatives, and even my own kids and this and that, you have to have that mentality your damn self. And I'm glad I'm here now. Again, you got to, you have to. Well, this is what we do, man. We take them trips to the dark side and we come back and we tell you about it. Like Cat Williams just said, a video, it was a radio, whatever, here in the Ville, but he was like, I run to the Illuminati, get their secrets, come back and tell y'all, or whatever. But that's what a lot of niggas want us to do. But it's what we do, especially like as the leaders. You got to go out there and do it. You got to go out there and really prove it. You know what I'm saying? You got to blaze the trail, so to speak. So, anyways, I'm just saying, man, all that shit about the shadow and whatever else, you have to pay attention to that shit. You have to. You know what I'm saying? It's the very thing that's holding you down, weighing you down. Even if it is some shit from the childhood, whatever, you got to be able to come to terms with that shit. It's the same thing that's going to save you. Okay, it was good. Okay, it was bad. Okay, it was whatever the fuck it was. But it's over now. It's not that now. And either or, again, it shaped you, it molded you, it plays a part on whatever. And if that's who you are and how you do things and how you whatever, okay, cool. Now, going forward, either you're going to have to reinvent yourself, or you're going to have to find no pathways to this or whatever, you know what I mean? I recently told a good buddy of mine, and he was like, whoop to say no, man, we men. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, with that being said, I'm glad I'm free to, freedom to speak free, permission to speak freely type shit. He's like, bro, we man, it's what. Oh, okay, cool. With that being said, I appreciate everything you're saying, but bro, I need better friends. Like he an OG, and like I said, no disrespect, no none of that, but I need better friends. You could be like a bro, treat you like relative or whatever else. So let's just say, there's a level. I don't know if there's a word for it, but in other languages outside of English, there's all kind of words that have sounds of this and that don't directly translate into the English language. So that's where, you know what I mean? It's above the friend zone, bro. We cooler than that. We not actually blood relatives, but we cooler than just friends or whatever else. So don't consider yourself a friend, so to speak. But even with that, like, I need better associates. If that offends you, I'll find another word for it. But I didn't have time for that. And that's why, he just let me roll. But cool. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm trying to get to Vegas, bro. I do be chasing money, fam. I do want to live the high life, or at least show my kids what that's like, man. I did not grow up like that. I did not do that. That was not my path. That is not how this was for me. So I would like to be that type of parent or whatever for my kids, or better. You know what I'm saying? And then for those, if you did have that type of fucked up mama or daddy, or your situation wasn't like that or whatever else, or again, just to put it succinctly, you didn't have a Beamer, Benz, or Bentley in the front driveway. There was no pool in the backyard for you, nigga. You was scraping by for this or that, or if you had to, whatever the fuck you had to do. I'm just saying, once you have kids, are you a better parent or a worse parent? Are you doing a better job or a worse job than that? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, I even told my oldest daughter is 21 at this point. She just turned 21 last year. She'll be 22 in a couple months, man. But I told my oldest daughter, you know what I mean? Just like, when you have kids, your life is over. It's over. Everything that happens, every person, every interaction that comes in and out of their life is on you. You, the mother, you, the father, whatever comes in or out of their life is on you. And every moment matters. Especially in the beginning, you see what I'm saying? They can't take care of themselves. They can't this and none of that. You know what I mean? So who gives a fuck if it's feminine or if it's whatever? But nurturing is what's necessary. It's needed. I often say, you know, that Mother of the Year, that Father of the Year trophy is a requirement. It's not easy to come by, and it's a requirement. But you are really and truly fucking with somebody else's life. You could be doing it indirectly, but when you have kids, you are directly, straight up and down, fucking with somebody else's life. And they're going to live the rest of their life based off whatever you did or didn't do. Good or bad, right or wrong. Whatever you did or didn't do. Whatever you couldn't do. They live the rest of their life off you, nigga. So, you know, again, I've been through a lot. You know, we've had a hell of a conversation. I'm going to end this. I ain't going to take it too long. I'm going to end this. Go ahead and post it. And we can start up another conversation. You know what I'm saying? I got some things to do. I'm going to get to it. And then we'll come back and talk some more. Like I said, man, let me know what y'all think about that, man. I've been playing. It's mainly video games. I'm trying to help my son out. You know what I mean? But even with that, trying to figure out how to get this nigga to go live and whatever else and whatnot. I'm like, bro, again, evolution, evolving. We should be constantly growing and doing shit. You know what I mean? Again, my goal, I feel like it's a worthy one, but I'm going to try to get to Vegas if I can. You know what I mean? Even if I'm just traveling there or something on the regular. You know what I mean? Knocking my bracelets and my jewelry and shit or something. You know what I mean? Either way, you know, but you got to have goals and shit in life. It keeps you going, keeps the blood pumping. You know what I mean? Keeps the shit flowing. But know that, you know what I'm saying? Again, it affects the shit you do. It does affect, you know what I mean? All kind of people in all kind of ways. Again, I had a cousin. This is fucking weird. I'm just going to share this with you. But I said when my cousin came at me, it just had me thinking about like, y'all, feel me? As you notice, most of my comments and shit, I'm like, what's up, fam? Or I'm quick to fam you or bro you or this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have such a big family. I came from such a big family. My mama was one of, it was either this or vice versa. My mom was 1 of 9, my dad's 1 of 10, or my dad was 1 of 9, and my mom was 1 of 10. But it's a whole lot of them. Whole lot of them. You know what I mean? I got a lot of cousins. On one of them names, like I seen a little clip with Jadakiss talking about this shit, but he's like, I got one of them names that come with like 9, 10 other names. My one of them last names that come, it's like that. It really is. I mean, again, I ain't OZ for nothing. I'm Emma Osborne. My last name, nigga, is Osborne. You know what I mean? And hell, you see that in Peter Parker and this is that Osborne goes far away, and I'm a black one. So, hey. Which I ain't gonna get into that. Shout out to Curry Mayo if you fuck with him, man. He can do a lot of genealogy and whatever else. So I ain't gonna get into that shit, man. It's dope though. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just saying, man, I'm an Osborne, dude. And that shit does matter, but whatever your last name is, whatever your greatness or your path is and whatnot, man, you gotta define that. You gotta get on that. You know what I mean? And sometimes, again, when you go through life, it's going to take you out of this and third. Like, that's what sacrifice is how I look at it. That's what sacrifice is, man. And again, like I said, this was an old whatever a nigga had told me, but you got to want it. You really do have to want it that bad. You know what I mean? I've been recently pointing to the Vince McMahon docu-series or whatever on Netflix. To me, that shit was dope. But I was a wrestlehead as a kid. But, you know, again, you gotta, it's like that. Whether people hate you or not, he put his family on. All of them. Look at the Cowboys thing, man. With Jerry Jones, I think it is. But look at the Cowboys documentary or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you're the one, you're the man. Look at it. And then his son is this whatever of the NFL team, and his daughter is this. You put them on. You get them on. You know what I'm saying? One thing I just told the OG again, this is New Year's Eve, going into New Year's. He's like, man, this is, and I'm like, no, nigga, it's going to require massive effort. That's what this is. This new year is going to require a massive effort. You know, I should, man, all right, fuck it. I'm going to pull them right back out, though, just for a second. But the tarot cards, man, you see that shit? The king. That ain't no little nigga. We on some king shit here, man. Know that to be true. This is, again, me and for OzzDuhWizz. This was the cards, the spread pull for my channel, nigga. Yeah, it's through me and my energy and this or that and whatnot. But yeah, man, I hope y'all feeling that. That's what it is, man. We got some big shit. It's going to take a massive effort. Let that shit be bright and merry for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Even Tupac said, I don't want it if it's that easy. This shit's gonna take a massive effort, dog. And again, you could feel like that shit might have been for some of the motherfuckers who schedule whatever else, but you just see me pull this two of needles out. Effort, skill. It's like that. The two of needles. I just randomly pulled that out. So I mean, the effort and the skill, dude. We gotta. It's like that, man, and it truly matters. Like I said, I ain't trying to bash nobody or come down too hard on nobody, but I am trying to like cut to the chase. Because again, if you got kids, it's really like that. And I can't knock you for trying to this and whatever, but like I said, it happens on so many levels, so many ways. Again, back to this shadow book. Let me see if I can pull it out real quick. But yeah, dude, there's look. Shadow making, forming the disowned self in the family, rejection and betrayal, the underside of the mother-daughter relationship, parenting and your child's shadow. See what I mean? That's why I say, man, this one fucking book curved me, man, rocked me, dog. I started talking to y'all about it, and we went through and discussed a lot of this shit about power. You see, he's right here in Daddy Fat Stacks. He's right here in Daddy Fat Stacks. Kinds of Power. Yeah, we talked about this. We did this. James Hillman. Kinds of Power. James Hillman. The Dream in the Underworld. James Hillman. See, like I talk about shadows and your energy, and this nigga, I'm gonna hit you with another one before we get out of here. Thank you for everybody that lasted this long with the OZ. But this, the Dream in the Underworld and whatnot, and then Power and shit. In the Power book, it did mention, of course, this is James Hillman. It mentioned that, you know, niggas is so strung up on themselves. Even in your own head, you think you only have one mind. So this one mind has taken power and control over all the other ones. Like only one consciousness, if that makes any sense. Which niggas who figured out like the chakras, or who kind of go through that type of shit, like me, you know, you've been down that path, or you go, we'll say, figured out. We down the path of the chakras and whatever. That's your consciousness. Even again, how they're like thinking with your dick, but it's really like that. You know what I mean? So again, you know, fight or flight. When your consciousness is in your feet, in your ankles or whatever else, in your Achilles tendon, nigga, you ready to run? You just want to go. I just want to run. Hide it away. It's one of my little songs, my little rock songs. My son likes that shit, so we be banging that shit. I just want to run. I just want to run. So, anyways, my bad. Nigga, we be rocking out. So, but I did want to say that though, man. You know, a lot of people. So by taking your ego, your consciousness, this type of shit, this 3D earthly shit, and trying to figure out your dreams. Dreams come from a different place, and the picture's worth 1,000 words. Like I said about these tarot cards and shit, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So a dream is worth 1,000 words. So even in the dream, the area, the setting, all of this shit plays out. All of this shit matters. And that's where it comes back to like intuition. You can't just take any book or just any whatever. It's your dream. What the shit means to you. You got to figure that out, and you really got to run with that. But dream work is soul work. When you dream, it's like your soul is talking to you. See, I've come to a place, again, OzzDuhWizz, it's his advanced shit, but I've gotten to a place now, and I've got several dream books about. I can pull them out whenever you want to have that conversation, man. Again, we'll pull out dream books and go over dream work when that shit time comes. You know what I'm saying? We can talk a whole lot of shit. So hit me, let me know, comment, and we gonna do it. But my point is with the dream work, right? And dreaming like that, yo, that's soul work. That's your soul talking to you. You feel me? Doing dream work is really like doing soul work. See, you can get away with shit in your dreams. You can do shit in your dreams. Shit can happen in your dreams. But so me, I've got to the point, even how they talk about like lucid dreaming, it's the whole thing. People talk about this shit all the time. But I've gotten to the point where when I dream, I end up in the same place. It's a different setting, different people, different whatever going on. But it's always, well, I don't want to say a different setting. But yeah. It's like a different venue. But okay, it's always the same venue or the same setup. You know what I mean? I like to think of it like a factory or something, this, whatever else. So I ain't gonna give out too much. And I ain't gonna start slipping off into my dreams now, because nigga will start daydreaming, right? But I go to the same type of place. It's always the same type of shit. Sometimes it's different outside, sometimes it's whatever, but there's a lot of this and that going on in the same type of environment. And it's like I'm right back there. If that makes any fucking sense. And then it kind of turns into the same thing. Because again, if you knew where you was, you fell asleep in that bed. If I was to just start to, cheese off right now, you know what I'm saying? I pause this video and lean against my stack and take a nap. When I wake up, I'm right back in it. Yeah, well, I done got to that kind of point in my dreams, nigga. When you wake up, you right back in it. When you go to sleep, you right back in it. Of course, some people, you put yourself to sleep. See what I mean? It's one thing to drain your body and this, like on some astral traveling shit. You want to drain yourself as much as possible. So when you lay down, your body is tired. Your body wants to drift away, but your mind is still active and still intact. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by like putting yourself to sleep. When you do lay down and whatever else, think yourself to sleep. Imagine a scenario. Imagine a place. Go there and start doing that. Start lucid dreaming before you fall asleep. Create some shit. Change colors. You know what I'm saying? Brother Panic talked about how his father would have him or his stepfather, just whatever. But, like think about an apple. Imagine that, meditate on an apple. Picture an apple in your head. Now picture biting that apple and pulling it back. What would that apple look like after you bit it? How would that apple taste? How does the apple smell? You know what I'm saying? Really remember this shit. Really think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is a big part of it too. Like don't just, try to, remember how that shit felt. Remember how it smelled. Remember how it tastes. Just by saying that and putting it in that type of, that phrasing. That'll help you out in so many different ways. But when you fall asleep, do that shit. Actually put yourself to sleep, and you'll start to come to see a lot of different things and a lot of shit happening. So even like when you're actually asleep, when the shit starts to go off on its own and take its own this or that, because you was the one that was creating this shit, right? You just was like, fuck it, I'm outside of Indies, sitting in my car, waiting on these niggas to waiting on my 2-piece, my 8-piece, and my this, waiting on my fucking honey barbecue, and I'm waiting on my wedges, and now I got a this or that with them. I'm outside of Indies, trying to figure out what I'm about to go in here and order, or I'm just outside of Wendy's, shoving in my car. I'm on Broadway. It might not be Indies, like I said, Wendy's, right? But I'm in my mind, I'm seeing Indies. You know what I'm saying? To get that chicken. I was gonna say, could not be Indies. Could be Kings. I could be on Kings right on 18th, nigga. Be Kings on Dixie in that long ass line or just waiting behind these niggas. But put yourself to sleep. Imagine a situation, scenario, or whatever, and put yourself to sleep. You be somewhere helping the kids do homework or something. But even like the visualizing. You want to be in a car. You want a certain car. Dream about that car. But I'm just saying, your dreams and shit. But it's your soul talking to yourself, doing shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I see you have angry dreams, this and whatever else. Not angry dreams, nightmares. And it might be you think you running from something, this and the third and whatever. Hey man, it's a lot. I ain't gonna get into all of that, but it be your soul speaking to you, talking to you in the only way that it can. You know what I mean? Or it be you taking a peek into the unconscious and seeing what the fuck's going on inside of you. So it's a lot. I ain't gonna do all that. Like I said, I'm happy to be back in. Thank you, man. OzzDuhWizz, fuck with me. We gonna start going live and shit. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. But I'll be back probably in a few hours. Like I said, I don't really want to take too long on this shit because then it might take a little minute to post. But I'm gonna do some other shit. We might transition into the other room. I might just come right back in here and we start talking shit again, man, depending on the comments and how they go and the likes and whatever, man. So fuck with me. Right back ain't cheating. OzzDuhWizz, I love y'all, man. It's been a minute. Like I said, I had to tend to my physical fam. And now it's back to the online fam. I missed y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I had to, you feel me? Get off in the gym. Put the work in. I've been putting in work. And now we here with it. So that's what's up, man. Like I said, holler at me. Man, show your boy some support. At the end of the day, I will be straight up with you. You know what I'm saying? That's another part of the cause, man. Taking care of the building fund. Nigga need to support the building fund. But yeah, man, I had to go through a lot of lanes and do a lot of shit to try to make this shit happen. So any support is most definitely welcome and helped. Like I said, I am a wizard for her, and that's a big part of it too, man. We have a lot of consultations. I feel like face to face and front to front. We come over here, we sit down with these books. You might not can see it from back there, but this is Linda Goodman's Love Signs, The Science of Love, Dark Psychology 101, Iceman's Inheritance, Where Science and Magic meet in the shadow, power. This is Sextrology, and this is the only astrology book you'll ever need. Because again, it's just a book, a quick reference. You ain't got to pull out your phone, or if you ain't connected to internet, whatever else. But this book, you can actually go to the Mars charts. You know what I mean? It's not going to get into Vedic astrology, this and that, but you can go look up Mars, you can look up Saturn, you can look up Mercury and Venus and the moon, which to me is the second, it's the most important because it's easy as fuck to figure out the sun. So I want these two niggas are on par. The big three, just like I told you, it's just like that. Your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. But anyways, yeah, you can easily figure that shit out. Like me, like I said, the cousins I'm talking about, this nigga got a Leo moon. And I'm like, see, bro, you're Pisces with a fucking Leo moon. That's why you think you hard body, but you just end up being a big fucking whale ass nigga or a fucking shark. But even them niggas, you think you hard body or you got big bite or you end up with this, but you really still soft. Ugh. You pull a shark out of water, you can still slice him with a, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, niggas, all fish are soft. I don't give a fuck how tough you is, how much heart you got. Nigga is soft. You could be a swordfish, you ain't even got to be a shark. Swordfish got that big ass sword on it, man, and it's like that. Don't matter, still soft. Like I said, you be a whale, don't matter. There's a whole lot of blubber, you still fucking soft. You can get sliced. It is what it is. You can be heavyweight out there in the sea. But I see what you got going on. You know what I mean? Again, like the weights or whatever else. This nigga's attracted to this shit. You can't really see it anyway. Yeah, this nigga's attracted to this shit. But they ain't far from me right now. Yeah, nigga. We like that. Because again, hey, dog, massive effort. Like I said, this shit's going to take massive effort this year. If you really with it, if you about it, massive effort. Massive effort. Passion. You know, that's the cost of business. You gotta want it that bad. Every day. Every day. You know, now again, I'm not gonna put that on some. Check me out, 25, you got me fucked up. We chinging here. Like I said, nigga, I might have lost a little weight, but we still got power. And we gonna get it back. But massive effort, dog. This is day 2 of the year. We right back at it and we in it, you know what I'm saying? But just for those who agree with all of that shit, sure. It's a new day, it's a new year, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, massive effort. That's what it takes. That's what it's gotta be. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So whether you, and again, especially if you get down that shit and what it is, it's what it is. You know, and I'm here to help. I'm going through it with you. I'm right there with you. Again, the shadow, man. Ain't a fucking thing you don't do that don't affect me. And vice versa. You know what I mean? Again, the fact that you didn't watch this long or whatever else, bro, you best believe, again, shadow work and this and that, man. I'm one of them ones. I might be a type of nigga in your shadow. You might be a type of nigga in my shadow. That's why, again, my comments, your comments, it's all worth it. It's no coincidences, no accidents, or none of that shit. You know what I mean? This is the age of knowledge and whatever else, and that's what I got to do. I'm here to spread knowledge and everything. You know what I mean? That's what it's got to be. I want this shit to be cool as fuck. I'm cool as fuck. Get you a fucking wand. Get out here and start twizzling, nigga. Get you some fucking weights, nigga. And get out here and get sexy. Get you some fucking obliques, nigga. Get you some fucking obliques, nigga. Get you some 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? OZ. Get you a reason to smile. Go get you a laugh, nigga. Hey. Get you some shoulders. Go get you some shoulders that can't be choked. Hand ain't big enough. Go get you some traps, nigga. Go get you some traps, nigga. Where's the neck at? This nigga's neck just disappeared. Back just popped out. Go get you a back you can see from the front, nigga. Oh, Man, look. All right, man. It's a new year again. Massive effort, bro. Go get you a reason to smile. Put the work in. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. You know what I'm saying? Again, I could lose 10 fucking 15 fucking pounds and still be good in my mind as long as I like what the fuck I see. That's what we gotta start doing. That's what's going on here. See, it's the age of Aquarius, right? All right, last one and I'm done, right? It's the age of Aquarius. So everybody's going through like some Aquarius shit. This is a sign of brotherhood. A lot of thought. Make it make sense, right? But that's where the sun, we're sitting on Earth looking at the sun go through Aquarius. This, from the sun's perspective, we would be opposite of that, yeah? So if we're here looking at the sun go through Aquarius, then the sun is looking at us go through Leo. Because it's opposite. So this is why, again, a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of fire. A lot of fire. A lot of heart in a lot of these niggas. Again, it is fire. It's still emotion. All of a sudden, these niggas done got passionate and shit. Now, all of a sudden, there's a fucking manosphere. Because niggas is in their feelings so much. Now, all of a sudden, men are getting to be suicidal and this and whatever. What the fuck? I'm just saying, bro. But again, and Aquarius is that weirdo shit and it's futuristic shit. But Aquarius, it just makes everybody natural weirdos. So again, Aquarius makes you want to be part of the crowd, makes you want to be in the brotherhood, makes you want to be in. But when you want to be in, like you, people want to be outstanding and not stand out. They want to be seen as outstanding without standing out. Extra normal niggas. Took a shot yesterday for, I'm just an ordinary guy. I might do extra shit, but to the extraordinary people. There's nothing wrong with being extraordinary. I'm fine. I'm cool with being extraordinary. I'm an ordinary nigga. I'm cool with that. Like, I just, in my mind, I'm high value. I do high value shit. To me, if I was to die tomorrow, I hate to be so stoic about it. All right, man, we done here. OzzDuhWizz, like, share, subscribe. We're going to get a little deeper into the books, but that was how I started my day. This is how I wanted to start my day. So let me hurry up and get this posted so you niggas can have this for your afternoon or something, right? Or whenever we can get to the next one, you feel me? I get excited. Let's get to the next one. All right, I'm about to I'm out. Let's say let me do me. I'm gonna come back and we gonna do it again and again and again and again. All right, man. OzzDuhWizz, holla at me.